What's up, guys? Don't want to waste too much of your time, so I'll get right into it. With the new Dark and Darker patch, we now have a Blood Pact skill for Warlock. This gives you 50 additional temporary max health, 50 armor rating, and 50 magic resistance. It does take 1.5% of your max health every second, and it does 2 magical damage to nearby characters. In order to scale this ability well, we have Darkness Shards. And each Darkness Shard you get +1 all attributes. Inside the Blood Pact mode, you have 2 abilities. You have Exploitation Strike and you have, I think it's Dark Bolt. You can cast Dark Bolt infinitely, but Exploitation Strike is really your bread and butter there. Because every single time you hit them within the 4 seconds to activate the ability, you get 5% of the target's max health. Something they also changed is the description for Soul Collector. Now instead of just souls increasing your dark magic ability, it counts as dark shards. So souls and dark shards are actually equivalent, at least to my understanding. And they also added a spell for Warlock called Spell Predation. You can use this to consume up to 3 removable magical buffs from a target. You gain 1 shard per buff removed. As I've been playing Warlock these past 2 or 3 days, I have figured out a few things that will definitely help you out in battle. But put simply, save demon mode for high health enemies. Enemies such as mummies, centipedes, mini-bosses, bosses, and players. That 5% health healing for you can really do a lot if you're facing like an ogre, right, or a cyclops. But say you're using that against, I don't know, just a skeleton, you're wasting it, right? And you're wasting all of those dark shards that are going to be consumed on activation. Since Exploitative Strike is your bread and butter, once you use that, you usually want to get out of demon form. Or until you can at least finish off an enemy player, if that's realistic in that situation. Something else to keep in mind is to always have Soul Collector equipped, since on activation of demon form you can get up to +10 all attributes. Something not a lot of people know is that each spider from a spider pot gives you a soul. Make sure to tell your teammates to not break those pots on sight. If you have a Bard or Cleric duo, you can eat 3 of their own buffs with the Predation spell, and that's a quick way to get to +10. Something else you should know is that the Abyssal Flame that damages people around you only works for people you are actively touching. So please don't worry too much about your teammates. And if you're planning on using this against enemies, you have to be right up against them. The Wisp, the spell, takes away demon form. In order to get more bang for your buck, you should try to increase action speed. More hits equals more life steal. And finally, for those of you wondering if your armor or weapons carry over into your demon form, your weapons do not, since you're attacking with your claws, but your armor stats do carry over, making Plate Lock a viable option, but it negates the usefulness of Dark Bolt kiting. And a few tips from the community. Using Bloodstained Blade or transforming makes you do a lot more damage. I think it's around 7 damage per hit. Combine that with Exploitative Strike, and you're doing +11 damage per whatever damage you were doing before. With your lifesteal attack, you should not be afraid to trade with people, as long as they're not a barbarian. Barbarians are the melee class and the meta, so I don't know, if you go against them, you're gonna have to kite with Dark Bolt. Using Dark Bolt in demon form does not affect your health in any way, nor does it affect your movement speed while casting. So kiting with Dark Bolt is definitely a viable option. So in summary, stack up your dark shards until you get +10 everything. Activate it, use a couple dark bolts to whittle down your enemy's health, and rush him with Exploitative Strike. And if that strike runs out, I recommend backing off and disabling demon form, if you realistically cannot finish the fight soon. So anyway, that should be all. If you learned anything new, please like and subscribe if you haven't already. If any of these tips are wrong, let me know in the comments. And if you have any tips of your own, please leave them in the comments as well. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.